Hello, my name's Mark Geary, and I am the arbiter of all that is funny and humorous. You're listening to You Think That's Funny, a podcast about what you think is funny. On this week's show, we have Jamie Black. Jamie is a performer, actor, and comedian, and is also the star of his own solo show, It's My Penis, and I'll Cry If I Want To. Did I mangle? Okay, it's 30
No, you
seconds
did
into
right.
30 seconds into the show, and I've got to mess it up already. Okay, so we'll just keep going. We don't do edits in this. Disclosure: I first met Jamie over 20 years ago at an open mic I used to run, and we've been Facebook friends / occasional bumping into each other's ever since. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, Mark. Thanks for having me on here.
Thanks for being had. It's always a pleasure to welcome the interesting people into my realm. That
You
sounds
finally got to the black people, huh?
I'm from Europe, so we talk about class. So you have to be working class, otherwise this interview is over. Can you prove you're working class?
I am working class.
Okay.
If you look at my hands,
Okay.
don't those look like I've been working with my hands?
Okay. Okay. The hands have it. We'll let you into our working class club.
Okay, great.
Great.
This is PG-13 too, right? Or is it R-rated? Can it be R-rated if I say R-rated stuff?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
It's
I just want to
fine.
make sure.
Yeah, you are working class. You're prone to say R-rated stuff. You are prone, so we're
Yep.
good with that. All right. So, yeah, that's it. The interview can continue. We have both passed our class credentials. It's just working
Good.
class people talking working class things.
Right, good to be part of the working class.
No,
Okay, that was terrible.
no
I'm sorry.
accents, please. I do the accents on this show. All right, let's get into what you, Jamie Black, find funny. Why not, right? The first one, so the first one, I was surprised when I got this that it hadn't come up yet. The Golden
Really?
Girls. Yeah, I was really surprised. I was like, it should have come up, but so explain it.
They're hilarious. I don't know. I'm telling you, I have seen every episode at least 7 times. And every time I laugh as if I've never heard the joke before. I know what the joke is. I can say it verbatim, and it still makes me laugh. Because the shit is funny. My God. I mean,
are you like a sitcom can you pretty much handle any because I hate like laugh track sitcoms.
I thought you were going to say you hated the Golden Girls, and I was going to be like, disconnect.
No, do you like conventional laugh track sitcoms, and this is just the Rolls Royce, so to speak?
Well, I mean, that's what I grew up listening to. But I don't mind the way they do sitcoms today without the laugh tracks. I think it makes the writing have to be much better.
Okay.
Because the writing, except for the Golden Girls, the writing in the Golden Girls is good. It's still good.
Well, I did a bit of Golden Girl research here, right? Because I hate laugh track sitcoms, and I remember like quite liking it when it came out. It was on in England. It was on Friday nights. It was on Channel 4, and it was in this like block of stuff. And at the time, I was becoming like a little hipster young punk. You know what I mean? And I was shedding the conventional. Like, man, these sitcoms these days are just too boring, man. I only like the young ones and stuff with swearing in it, right? But I did like the Golden Girls. And there was another one called Nurses. Do you remember that one that was at the same time?
I sure do.
And
Park Overall.
Yeah, against all odds, I liked that one. Did you like that one, just out of curiosity?
I did. I mean, I watched it, but I think I watched it because it came on after the Golden Girls.
Oh, okay.
After Empty Nest, I think. Because it was Golden Girls, I think, Empty Nest, and then maybe Nurses.
So when was it on in America? Like, when did it, like, premiere?
Late 80s.
No, I mean like what day was it? Like the Tuesday
Oh,
night
I'm sorry.
PBS funnies, or
It was like the late 80s, Mark. What do you mean, when did it premiere? You know nothing about the Golden Girls.
I do now.
It was Saturday night.
Saturday nights, wow.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty. For me, Saturday night was about being a young punk, and then it's like, boom, here's the Golden Girls. I mean, we had them on Friday night, so.
Yeah, but for those of us without social lives, Golden Girls was it.
Okay.
And what scares me is they are just a few years older than how old I am right now when they started.
There's that famous stat, right, of that Estelle Getty was 1 year older than B. Arthur, and they were okay. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Were you talking about they were in 1 year older in real life or in the thing? Because they were meant to be retired, but none of them.
So yeah, but they were only in their 50s.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, they were playing
on the show
10, 15. Yeah.
So on the show they're in their 50s, and I'm saying that now I am just a few years younger than they were when the show started. Not the actual actresses, but the but the ladies, Rose and Blanche and Dorothy and Sophia.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought I'd name drop,
them. Okay, we get it. You're a super fan. So I did a bit of research on it because I was like, it is kind of interesting that this show still has I was thinking it was like, Betty White, there's this like weird Betty White worship, right? It's like weird Betty White worship, weird Bill Murray worship, like who, we can pick someone.
But so Betty's earned it. I mean,
she's been around.
That woman's almost 100 years old and still working.
Yeah. That's the American welfare system for you. Right? Can't afford
Social Security sucks.
Yeah. So I did a bit of research because I was like, okay, what is it with the Golden Girls? And like everyone's got a different opinion on why it has longevity. The San Francisco Chronicle called it explicitly and implicitly gay friendly because it focused on adversity and tense family relationships. So San Francisco Chronicle said it's the gay community keeping this alive. But then a website, Book and Film Globe, kind of went the opposite way. They said, no, it's comforting and it is familiarity with family life that everyone bonds with it. The BBC, which of course is the proper place for news, said that the resonance of it comes from its constant theme of alienation and how to deal with that and all that. It's all very deep for like a show, don't you feel? Everyone's got a theory. So what's your theory?
My theory is that Susan Harris and Paul Junger-Witt are some of the best writers and producers at that time in the 80s, and they just created really great shows with really great writing that still stands up today.
So
I got serious. I feel like I got really serious there.
No, it's like it is just
it's
quality.
Funny.
It's quality. Never mind the theme, just quality wins, right? Okay.
It really is. I mean, Rose and her Scandinavian words will always be funny. Gurkanernåken. Here is a prime example. Gurkanernåken. This is a word that Rose used towards Blanche. And Blanche was like, what does that mean? And she says, well, if you must know, it's the precise moment when dog do turns white.
That's some minutia
that dog do, right? That dog do joke will carry me into my 90s. I will laugh at that joke in my 90s. It just cracks me up.
Okay. Well, we've got the sweet spot for you there.
I'm sorry. Was that too much? Was I too much?
No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I love the Golden Girls. I just love them.
Okay, so here's the next one, and like, there's definitely a theme to what you like here, and this is the first time we hit that theme. when a trick that's funny is played on someone that they absolutely don't think it's funny, like that's a little bit of Schadenfreude there, is it not?
Kind of, but that is what and it may not even be that funny, but if
Yeah.
they don't find it funny at all, it is hilarious to me.
Okay, so if they do find it funny, you're like, couldn't have been that good, right?
Yeah. I know. I just want them to laugh a little bit, to at least be like, ha, 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 ha. Something like that. But when it's that dead silence, cracks
Through
me up.
through gritted teeth, they're laughing like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
do you actually? So here's confession time. Do you do those? I mean, are you looking to pull those all the time?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going
what's
to tell you about one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me the best one.
The best one is I was doing a show with my sketch comedy group Soul Fools. This has been at least probably what is this, 2021? It was like 2013, or 2003, 2003. I can't talk. So about 18 years ago, something like that. Okay, so I was doing a show with my sketch comedy group, and me and one of the other actors wanted to play a joke on the rest of the cast and the director, who was actually up in the booth doing our lights and everything. And so we approached them and said, hey, let's do this joke. About what we were going to do is walk out on stage and pretend like we had no idea what to say, because we knew that the director would freak out, which he did, which it made it even better. So we approached, and they were like, no, let's not do that. And we were like, okay. And then I was like, hey, Kim, I said, we can do it anyway, because we're the first two people out on stage. So we did it.
Yeah.
The whole cast did not think it was funny at all.
It was a good atmosphere.
They were so pissed.
So it was a good atmosphere that night after the show then. Because directors who are annoyed are always a lot of fun, right? An annoyed director is the best director.
He told us he was freaking out. He was like, "What?" He was sitting up there going, "What are they doing? What are they doing? Why aren't they talking?" So that made it better. So he was just freaked out, but the rest of the cast was pissed at us for doing it, and it was hilarious to me. I mean, it's not that funny, but it's hilarious.
How did the audience react? Was it like polite claps, or
they were just kind of sitting there, and then because we broke the fact that it was a joke out on stage. So we walked out there and we were just kind of looking around at each other and everything, and then after a while we go, no, just kidding. And so we went backstage and started the show for real.
Oh my God! To glares, no doubt. Like, do you still get any? Do you still get any flowers or bouquets from the people in that production?
No, they don't bring me flowers anymore.
All right, so you walk the walk as well. Then it's not just seeing it; like you're out there making the magic happen.
I try. Those instances are so rare. But yeah, I try.
Okay, cool. So I like someone who's gonna go for the thing they do, right? So then, second Schadenfreude. So cat videos have obviously come up. These are, we're all familiar with these now. But you have a specific one where the cat gets scared. Now, how do you even know what a scaredy cat looks like?
Oh, it's haven't you seen it though? The one where they put the cucumber behind the cat, and the cats. They keep doing a bunch of these videos, and by the time I get to the end, I can't breathe.
Yeah, so it's just the one where the cat's like, it's not so much like the cat is doing something stupid. The cat's got to be doing that weird, the sideways vertical kind of boing thing,
the jump, or the scrambling, trying to get their paws going to get away from the cucumber. I don't know why they're afraid of cucumbers. I haven't tried it with my cat yet, but it's coming. I mean,
my sister tried it, and she said it just didn't, like, her cat never reacts to anything. They've tried everything, putting treats on a keyboard, and she's like, this cat does not want to become internet famous. Has your cat done anything internet famous yet?
No, I don't think so. I mean, she plays hide and go seek, which I think is kind of cute.
Yeah.
You know, she'll go and hide, and then I'll come up close, and she'll jump out with her paws.
Yeah.
I think it's cute.
Okay, I got two cats, and the ones that always make me laugh is that I love when a cat just smacks something in the head because it can, like, and they do it to each other. My one cat came skulking up the steps, and the other one was looking, and he sort of gets to the top of the stairs, looks around, and just like smack right in the chops, like, have some of that, you bastard. And I just laughed for about 3 minutes on that one.
I love it. Yeah.
And then we had a squirrel that kept coming along the fence, and the one cat tried to get him, and then the other cat was sitting on the fence, and this squirrel's like, screw it, I'm coming by, walks all the way up to my cat. My one cat would have just ripped its head off, but it was the other cat, the squirrel, lucky. And my cat's just looking at the squirrel like in this weird standoff, and then he just reaches up a paw and smacks the squirrel in the head. Like, my fence, go. Anyway, this isn't about my cat.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So your cat is more Three Stooges.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the odd pounds, but yeah. So it's got to be a cat. Getting to the point, though, cat scared is your specific, right? It's got to be the scariness. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the cats? I mean, I've seen the cucumber one. I like the one. Have you seen the one with the money box where the cat's paw comes out and grabs the money?
No.
Oh, as soon as we hang up, dude. Do cat money box.
Cat money box. I'm writing this down because I'll forget.
That's the best cat one ever. That one.
Okay.
That one, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You probably have seen it. Anyway.
I may have. I don't know. Have you seen the one, the cat where the cat and this girl, they're pretend boxing, and the cat gets pissed off and jumps up, and she like goes, oh, and she runs over to the couch, and the cat jumps up on the back of the couch and starts going whap 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 whap.
No, I haven't seen that. I've seen a lot of them, but that one not.
Oh my God, that one's hilarious too. That one's hilarious.
Well,
oh my God.
We're going to have some good links on this week's episode, which is going to be 87 links.
Oh, we get to link all of these? Oh, yeah. These are going to be good. Oh, people are going to
always add them. Oh, I forgot that at the top of the show. If you're listening to the episode and you want to see what we're talking about, you go to youthinkthat'sfunnypodcast.com, and then the links are all there for all the stuff that gets mentioned. Cool. All right. I always forget stuff. All right. So let's get to number 3 then. Okay, Bugs Bunny. Explain Bugs Bunny. I know he's kind of a slam dunk, right? He's kind of like the superstar. I feel like if you ranked all the cartoon characters, he's gonna win, right?
Yeah. Because I like Bugs Bunny because he's either the cool rabbit that always wins, or sometimes he's a screw up. Yeah. I mean, there are a few cartoons where Bugs Bunny does not get better of his enemy at that moment.
Yeah, because again, I did a bit of research here, and they said that the people who created Bugs Bunny said, the first thing we had to do is we had to have him provoked, otherwise he's just a bully. And they were like, as long as he's provoked into doing what he's going to do to Elmer Fudd or Daffy Duck or whatever, he's not a bully. And then they said, and we made him loose sometimes as well, just to give him that humanity, if you want to call it that. Yeah. And so give me a favorite Bugs Bunny moment, because I think most of us have one in their head, right?
Mine will always be What's Opera Doc.
Yeah? Just the catchphrase.
That's the one that it's the opera. he and Elmer Fudd do an opera,
God. Yeah.
and you get female Bugs Bunny when he dresses up as a lady. You get drama, you know, and yeah, I love that one. That's my favorite one.
Is that the one where he gets the opera guy who's singing to hold the high note, and he holds his hand like that, and then he like leaves the glove floating in air, and the guy's like turning red? And is that
I know
one?
which one you're talking about. Not the same one. Not the same one.
Okay.
This whole thing, it's an opera. It's an actual opera.
Okay.
That yeah, it's but I know which one you're talking about. I like that one, and I like the one with the hillbillies where he does the square dance.
Oh yeah.
One. The Hatfields and the McCoys, and he gets them to do all kinds of crazy things with his improvised square dance.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look up my Bugs again. I never looked at Bugs in terms of episodes. It was always just a thing to me. So I did some research. Okay, so let's do a quick game, right? Okay, so can you guess who Bugs Bunny was sort of partially modeled on? Bearing in mind that this is in the 50s.
Frank Sinatra.
Sort of. You're in the right ballpark. Bugs' nonchalant carrot-eating manner was inspired by a scene in It Happened One Night with Clark Gable snacks on carrots while leaning on a fence. So that one was kind of surprising. Yeah, you're right ballpark. And then here's a fascinating fact. Mel Blanc, the voice of Bugs Bunny, got in a serious accident that left him in a coma. A doctor who was trying to get him to respond, you know, like when people are in a coma, they sort of try and get him, kept saying to him, Bugs Bunny, how are you doing today? And eventually Blanc came out of his coma responding, what's up, doc? to the doctor.
Wow.
And the doctor said it seemed like Bugs Bunny was trying to save his life. Fascinating.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So let's do this. I'm on time for once, Christine. I'm on time. Okay. So we're going to talk about the last one, which is really interesting. But again, Jamie Black with the Schadenfreude, with the torturing of other people here. April Fool's jokes. So what is it? Just your day, your favorite day of the year? Like, is it a tradition? Like, give me your April Fool jokes thing.
I tell you, it is not my favorite holiday. It's not my favorite day. I am not even close to being the master of April Fool's jokes like my friend Holly is the master of April Fool's jokes. She pulled a very elaborate April Fool's joke on me many, many years ago. It involved the local radio station in the city. It involved airports and flights coming in. I mean, it was a very elaborate joke that went on for several months, and then finally she revealed that it was all a joke.
Several months, and it involves local radio. What the heck? I mean, is there an easy punchline to sum it up?
No. It was. I don't know if I can get. Let me try. So it started when she said that she had gotten me a Christmas present and it was on its way. Meaning it was coming in the mail, and I said, would you get me a mail order bride? She was like, ha ha ha. So then the following year, April Fool's, she comes to me with a VHS tape, tells me to put it in. I put it in there, and there's a woman, an Asian woman, in a teddy. And she's got Chicago playing in the background. Chicago's my favorite group. She's got Chicago playing, and she's telling me how she's going to come to America and be my wife. And I was like, but I thought it was a joke, you know, I thought it was a great joke at that. Right there, I thought was good. And so I turned to her, I said, that's very funny. I said, it's a good joke. I said, it's a good one. And I said, who is that girl? She was like, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? And she's like, that's your mail order bride. And I was like, what? What do you mean? So I had, because I called the local radio station. I used to win all the time. They used to do these
Oh,
these
you're the
music
one.
contests.
You're the one that called into the radio station. Okay.
Yeah, I don't do it anymore, but I used to call in. It was a lonely existence back then. And I called in and I said, "Oh my God, my friend did this to me. That she got me this mail order bride, and I thought she was kidding, and blah blah blah." And they were like, "Oh my God, will you keep us informed of what happens and everything?" So, "Oh, I will." Blah blah blah. So the day comes for what they call her. Shit, I forget what her name. I forget what name they gave her for her to come, and so the uh, my friend had a flight number of when she was coming in from the Philippines. So she went to the airport to pick up my mail order bride, and she brings her back to the apartment. And she comes out and she walks up to me and she was like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi," and I'm drinking, and she's like, "Me be your wife?" And I was like, and then she cracks up laughing. My friend Holly cracks up laughing. I was like, "What?" She was like, "This is my friend, late to April Fools." I'm like, "What?"
That's an elaborate one.
It was elaborate, but it was good.
And you were totally fished in at some point, presumably.
Yeah. See, she was smart by doing it on April Fools, because I would think that it was a joke. And then when she claimed it wasn't, I was like, "Oh, what?"
Yeah? Oh,
It was
wow.
reverse psychology. But she got me.
Please tell me you weren't like, you said you were drinking, but you weren't like fully up in the bag or something when this happens, right?
Oh, no.
You snap into lucidity immediately, like, holy
Kind of.
crap.
Yeah, kind of.
That
I
is
mean,
a
I had
good
been
one.
chugging some beers because I was like, oh my God. I didn't know what I was going to do with this woman.
Yeah. Huh. Whoa. That's deep pranking right there.
Yeah.
So I did actually do some quick research. With your episode, I've been like a historian. I feel like I was like, Indiana Jones hunched over in some library here. But they think April Fools started as April Fish Day, April's Fish Day in France, believe it or not, where it was a thing because they changed from the Gregorian calendar or something, and it was like they mock people who hadn't changed their calendar, believe it or not. It first grew to prevalence in the 18th century in Britain, and in Scotland it became a tradition where they would make people do stupid things like did you ever, like, your working class, we established that, so you've worked at jobs where pranks abound, probably, right?
Oh yeah.
And so the big one used to be in where I worked. If someone started, if it was like some 16-year-old kid, they would go down to the warehouse and ask them for a long wait, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you think it's a long wait, like a thing. And so you go down and you say, "I'm here they sent me to get a long wait." And the guy will go, "Okay, stand over there. I'll go get it." And then they just disappear. And they see how long the idiot trainee is going to stand there and keep asking people for a long wait.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So
that's a good one.
That's a very Scottish one, that is.
Okay.
I read a book. Go on, carry on.
I was just going to say, I can tell you probably one that's a deep South one, and that's when we put a stink bomb underneath the toilet seat at Burger King.
Yeah, the stink bombs are just classic. You can't go wrong, right? So did you do it to like employees, and then you just banging on the door like, "Hurry up," and the person's in there going, "Oh my God."
No, we did it in the regular public bathroom, and some lady went in, and and sat there. And of course, the whole thing it stunk up the entire restaurant, and they had to close. They had to
Man,
close early.
you are a workplace menace, Jamie. Whether it be manual labor or high art, you're a menace. All right, so let's.
I had forgotten about that. Wow, that was a good memory.
So, having established that your sense of humor is very much the suffering part of life,
I guess so.
what is the like? Give me the genesis. Like, if you like, where's this? Where is your love of what you find funny coming from? Do you think?
That's a good question. I think I've always, for whatever reason, had a good sense of humor, or at least a good laugh. Like my mom used to tell me that she would tickle me, and then I would laugh so hard that I would stop breathing. She'd have to stop tickling me so that I could breathe again. So I've always, my laughter is for real. When I am cracking up and I can't breathe, and it happens. I've actually passed out from laughing too hard. It's for real. It comes from a genuine place. But my sense of humor, I mean, I've been watching comedies since I was a kid. I used to watch Laugh-In. I used to watch the Carol Burnett Show, which is where I really wanted to be a sketch comedian. Was from watching Carol Burnett and Laugh-In. All of that. I think that's probably where it came from.
So you've just been steeped in comedy pretty much from the get-go, and then it just keeps snowballing apparently until you pass out.
And it's happened. It has happened about 3 times.
Okay, big question. What are the 3 times? Well, obviously one of them was the Golden Girls, inevitably, right?
It was not the Golden Girls. One of them was I was and you see, it's not anything. You won't be funny to you other than the fact that the next day I'm on the floor because I passed out. My friend, it was at work. My friend was talking on the phone, and we had one day a week we had to be on the phone doing customer service, and we hated this. And so my friend's on the phone. She's talking to this person. And we're laughing, and she can't talk, so she wants me to go away. So I stand up, I walk away, and as I did, I laughed really hard. It made me pass out. I hit the wall, and there was a nice big hole in the wall for a couple of weeks from where my shoulder hit the wall.
Whoa. So you laugh so much that it physically affects the environment. You are the exact opposite to me, because I can find something absolutely the funniest thing ever, and people will go, "You didn't find that funny." I was like, "What are you talking about?" You and I are the yin and yang of comedic expression, I guess.
Yeah, the black and white, if you will.
Which one's which?
Well, a lot of my friends would say I'm the white. So
how, obviously you have a long, I don't want to use the word veteran because that's kind of offensive, but you're a veteran of like the comedy industry in a lot of facets of it. So you take what you absorb and pretty much emit it again, right?
I try.
Yeah.
That has always been the fun thing is making people feel laughter, joy.
Wow.
I got serious again.
Yeah. Most comedians I ask, they're like, I don't know, I just can't be bothered to deliver pizza anymore. But you're doing it for people.
I got kicked off of Uber. They won't let me drive for him anymore.
So your influences, I mean, you're just constantly emitting, as it were, everything that you're bringing in. Yes. I just put the words into your mouth.
Yes, I try to do that.
Cool. All
what
right.
you
Well,
just said.
so okay. So I need to know. This is my self-indulgent part of the show. If the preceding 30 minutes weren't, I sent you a couple of clips. So I feel like you probably like one, and you were probably scowling at the other. So the first one I sent you was Trigger Happy TV, which was, I don't know, were you familiar with Trigger Happy or not? Because it's British,
Mm.
but I think they brought it over here.
Oh, don't we bring everything over here
Yeah. This was
from the? I mean, we can't come up with original material ourselves. We have to steal everything from the Brits.
But what did you think of Trigger Happy? Because Dom Jolly, who's the presenter, really brought like this oddness to it, rather than just prank TV. It really did bring like this oddball aspect to it.
Yeah, but I liked it. I like that kind of stuff.
Okay, so we scored one there.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think that,
yeah.
I think that was a slam dunk. So the second one now is where we're going to get gritty. It was a clip of a Golden Girls Adult Swim. It was a mashup of Golden Girls and Sex in the City that really didn't pull any punches.
Mm-hmm.
Were you fuming or were you laughing?
No, I was laughing as I was shaking my head because I'm like, it's so wrong. It's so wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I was laughing. I mean, any parody of the Golden Girls is,
Yeah.
especially when it's in poor taste.
Yeah.
I mean, I was envisioning the Golden Girls doing, some of the things that they were talking about, like
Yeah,
the
pretty
masturbate. Yeah.
All right, well, go to the links, people, if you want to see something truly offensive. No,
But I think I would have sex with Blanche. I think I would. If I don't know if she does black guys. She never did one on the show, so she might not. We might not.
Oh boy, that really should be the full stop on this episode. But we're gonna talk about what you've got coming up, because I am Facebook friends with you, and we were all jolly excited. I think it was a fairly recent post, so you've got something kind of cool coming up.
Yeah, I'm going to be on 2 episodes of Work in Progress on Showtime.
Which, because it's on a paying channel, I know nothing about. So give us 2-minute recap.
It is about Abby McEnany. She is a queer woman who is often mistaken for a man. She's OCD, and kind of how she navigates life, dating, and all that kind of stuff.
Holy crap. I know Abby. She said the name, it was Permeate. Yeah, I know Abby. She did Femcom, our class thing, and she was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, just about everybody knows Abby.
So. Okay, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's her show.
She is a towering comedy talent of Chicago. She is. Cool. All right, excellent. Yeah. Oh, and it's filming in Chicago then?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh, double nice.
Already filmed the episodes.
Excellent. All right, so we will look out for that. A good Chicago comedian, and you're in it as well as Abby. So great, awesome. All right, that's been our episode. I pared it down a little bit this week. But
why?
I'm a control freak, and I want to make these 30 minutes.
Okay.
I get so annoyed every week when I ramble over. But you have been an awesome guest with a great laugh and some awesome stories.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for joining, Jamie.
Thanks, Mark, for having me.
Let's talk more often than once every 15 years, maybe.
Okay.
Move it up to a decade, something like that.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Cool. All right, thanks very much for joining us, Jamie. This has been You Think That's Funny podcast. Sorry, this has been You Think That's Funny, a podcast. And you should go to youthinkthat'sfunnypodcast.com for all the links that we discussed. That's it. I've forgotten the outro again. Cue the jangly guitar music, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.